All right, welcome everyone, and thank you again for joining us this evening. We appreciate you jumping on. So tonight will be, I believe this is our second of our Grad Chat series. So basically, we just kind of allow our program directors to have an opportunity to discuss the programs that they oversee with you all. So today we have MBA Program Director Bill Dresnack, who will review the MBA curriculum program. Will address any questions you all may have. And certainly, please feel free to ask questions first and foremost. That's why we are here. So you can certainly use the chat feature to do that, or unmute yourself. Certainly welcome video as well if you're able to do that. So happy to do that as well. The only other logistical thing I will mention is if you do need closed captioning, you can add that just right at the bottom of your Zoom screen. There's the captioning feature, and you can designate that as well. But at this point, I will turn it over to Bill, and we'll get started.
Okay, thanks, Matt. Hey, folks, I am Bill Dresnack, as it says in my little photo there. My little video photo, I guess. I'm just going to do a quick blurb about my background so you know where I'm coming from. As Matt mentioned, I'm MBA program director these days. I'm an accounting professor, so that's primarily what I teach, although I have taught finance, a few courses there, and I've taught business law. So Stan was posting something in the chat there. I'm a CPA and I'm also an attorney. I don't practice law at all anymore, but I practiced a little bit in wills and estates and trusts and also real estate. My primary background is in accounting. I started my career with Deloitte, New York office of Deloitte, one of the big financial services, accounting, you name it. You know, if there's something they can do in consulting and charge you for it, they will take on that project. But great firm, great opportunities. Great experience, and I learned a lot there. So I've been in public accounting and audit work and tax work. I've done banking work, excuse me, and I've been, as I said, a practicing lawyer. But most of my career has been as an academic, and I was for almost 20 years at SUNY Brockport, west of Rochester. I was head of the business school when I left there. At RIT, I started as senior associate dean, chief operating officer of the college. So I have I think, a really good sense of the overall operation and how things work. I'm connected to a lot of alumni, connected to a lot of employers, and I've chaired the Department of Finance and Accounting, and I was interim chair of the Department of Hospitality and Service Innovation, and also oversaw the Human Resource Development Program. In other words, I've changed jobs a whole bunch and can't hold a job and have done a whole bunch of different things. And for the last couple of years, I've been MBA program director. I mention all this because I want you to have a sense of where I'm coming from. I've been incredibly fortunate to have a really great career, meet a lot of people, and have a lot of opportunities to do different things, interesting work. And the way I come at the program is I want my students, these students, you know, they're not really mine, but RIT MBA students, to have all kinds of good opportunities. I want the students to have a chance to not only, you know, work through the core materials. Every MBA program has some really similar core topics: finance, accounting, marketing, strategy, information systems. I mean, you know, there's a lot of commonalities. But where programs are different and where I try to help drive some of the difference is in the content, the substance, what you get out of those courses. We have a lot of faculty with significant industry experience, and even those that don't have it are really trying to give students a good hands-on experience and understanding of the way things are done, real companies, real practice. Not to say that they're not also, a whole bunch of them, amazing researchers, just very accomplished, and again, in really high-level types of work that really make a contribution to practice. The MBA program, as you'll see when we get into the slides, if I ever stop the background blurb, the MBA program, you have to take some elective courses. And what I've been trying to do in my couple of years as MBA director is not only position the program where you can take a lot of Saunders College of Business courses as electives. You can really take almost any of them as an elective if it's not a core required course. And if it's not a course you've already taken, an equivalent as an undergraduate. But also in partnering, we have a sustainability program, Sustainability Institute with a master's in sustainability. So we've actually set up a partnership with them where there may be opportunities, depending on what you individually do and the courses you choose to take some courses in that related area. We've got in partnership with the Cybersecurity Institute, cybersecurity master's degree. Working on one with the Artificial Intelligence master's degree program. There are a variety of others like that we either have in place or that you can take electives in those programs. Also on the other side of it, excuse me, I'll say the other side of it, those are all technologically driven. And I think one of the amazing things at RIT is the degree to which we have such an incredible investment in emerging technologies and in business critical technologies. But also, we've got a partnership I've been working on with our communication school. Marketing, strategy. I mean, so much of what we do is messaging. So much of what we do in business is messaging. When I was in banking, one of the things we had to do, we dealt with was the press, the media, and we would have to do press releases and media discussions. And so it's really important to be able to put a good message together. Strategic communication is critical. So the point is, in the MBA program, what I hope you are able to find is that you can kind of tailor it for what it is you're looking to do with your career and what you're looking to do with your program of study. And we've got so many amazing connections with employers and with alumni. I won't start going into all kinds of different examples. I mean, almost every day I'm having some kind of contact in that regard, which makes it really hard to get around to grading and working on research papers, but it's just incredible the people we're connected to. And I think it's really important that you accept, realize, buy into the fact that the relationships you build ultimately are going to drive the success, whatever else it is that you're doing. So I apologize, probably a little over the top there with the degree to which I got into some of those things. But I want you to think, way beyond the specific courses, way beyond what does the degree, what are you required to do, and think about how you want to take it and really tailor it towards what it is you want to accomplish, your own personal and professional goals. So Matt, do you want to share the slides? You want me to walk through some of the slides, just a little background?
Yeah, you can share them if you want to.
Okay.
I did make you a co-host, so you should be good.
Okay. Should I go to full screen here, or is this okay the way it is?
I would go to full screen.
All right, let's go to full screen. Matt's my boss.
Perfect. Yeah, no, that's good.
I got a lot of bosses, the dean, the department chair, all of my students are my bosses. Again, Saunders College of Business, we're going to talk a little bit for, everything's a little bit, right? We don't have tons of time. We don't want to take a lot of your time, but we'll talk a little bit about Phil Saunders himself. I think we've done a little bit of an introduction there. The mission, if you look closely at the mission and think about what we're trying to accomplish here, we want students to be able to make contributions to organizations immediately, if possible, but certainly longer term. The idea is that you're out there and you bring something to the table. Something I tell my students now and something I'll tell you guys, if you don't realize it, you may end up being in meetings where you think I'm the youngest person, the least experienced person. But if you walk in asking questions, trying to figure out what the organization's trying to accomplish and raise issues that others haven't thought of, which you will, because everybody brings an individual perspective to the table, you can make an immediate contribution just by asking, why do you do things this way? Is there a better way? So again, we try to position students to immediately jump in and add some value. Career-oriented experiences, we've got, and this is in the slides, I'm jumping ahead, but we've got one of the largest co-op programs in the United States. I don't know for sure about the globe, but in the United States, we have a tremendous co-op program, which is co-op is full-time paid experience as opposed to an internship, which is often part-time, sometimes not paid. Most of the time they're paid now. But teaching and research, faculty, the collective the collective experience and accomplishments are just, they're humbling, for me anyway. So I'm going to keep moving forward here. AACSB accredited, as it says, there's only about 5% of the schools in the world that are AACSB accredited. And if you're not familiar with the details of what that means, I've overseen AACSB accreditation visits. AACSB means, is everything we do high quality? Do we have high standards for recruiting faculty, for recruiting students, admission standards, high standards for curriculum, making sure we're delivering the curriculum, making sure students are demonstrating their learning, making sure that we've got good processes for ensuring that students have opportunities when they graduate. So it's really about quality from start to finish. And it is really hard to get the accreditation. I've been involved in an initial accreditation process, and it's really hard to maintain it. So it's a real sign of, I used to call it the white glove test, that, you know, everything is clean if you can get through an AACSB visit. As you can see, we're first female dean of any business school in the United States, which I think is a really cool, I'll call it a piece of trivia, but it says something about what RIT was like 60 years ago. And RIT in a lot of places has a reputation for being really about computer science and engineering. But the university, we are so much more. Have a performing arts school. We have a performing arts theater being built. One of our alumni, one of the accounting alumni, Kodak alumnus from many years ago, made a significant donation. The business school is really integrated into a lot of different things at the university. Named after E. Philip Saunders. Bill Saunders, I think, is mentioned in another slide or two down the road. Bill Saunders is a highly successful serial entrepreneur. He has started a numerous number of businesses in different industries, including oil and gas, including banking. Just a tremendously successful guy, but he's also just one of the nicest people you would ever meet. He comes to campus a lot. He's in the building a lot. He loves seeing students. He's provided a lot of scholarship money. So, you know, Phil Saunders is he's just a giant in terms of accomplishments, but just a down-to-earth, real nice guy. You can see by the numbers in the program that we are a small business school. And that's one of the real advantages, I think. RIT is a huge university relative to the world, 20,000 students roughly, but it's a small business school, which means tremendous resources throughout the university. But the culture within the business school is that kind of everybody gets to know everybody. Certainly, the faculty will know who you are. You can't hide. We don't have these massive classes where you can kind of sit in the back and be anonymous. And that's a really good thing because the faculty care about you. They care about how you're doing, and they want you to succeed. And I say that having been, as I said, chair of 2 departments, an associate dean, and a faculty member, you know, in several different areas. The faculty here are just great people, and they really do care about the students. It's not just about research, which you'll find in some places. I'm going to keep going. 25,000 alumni. I know a handful, you know, probably 500 or so. And the alumni really love connecting with students as well. I don't know if you guys have experienced this anywhere else you've been. I tell my students, you know, they're always, I'll introduce them to alumni, I'll introduce them to employers, and I'll tell them, you know, if they're interested in connecting with anybody I know, go on my LinkedIn, or, you know, if you know I'm connected to somebody, or you're just interested in meeting somebody, let me know. And I'll say, all right, you know, here, made a connection, go have coffee with them. And they feel bad about it. They'll feel reluctant in some cases because they'll think, you know, these people, you know, they're really busy. Why would they want to meet with me? People who have graduated and are out there love talking to students and saying, all right, you know, now let me tell you the way the world really works. And now let me help you understand what you should do when you graduate, after you graduate. So, you know, I think everybody, you know, after they graduate really likes giving back in that sense. The ratings, the rankings, you know, RIT, Saunders College of Business, you know, we are a player. And I think it's great that we are recognized by so many, you know, by so many of these rating services. And, you know, there's different criteria they use for these things. As far as the program goes, you guys, if you haven't figured it out yet, I can talk. So, I've done a whole bunch of Zoom videos without anybody there, just, myself recording for my students. So I'll try to keep a little more focused and keep it going forward. MBA program, but also, as you see on the right of the screen, discipline-specific Master of Science programs. Master of Science programs tend to be more narrowly focused and also shorter. They tend to be 30 credits, 1 year, typically 10 courses, which is the New York State minimum. MBA typically is a 2-year program, traditionally, and we've got different options here. The STEM designation, you probably are familiar with, you may not be, I'm not sure, I don't know, but STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, and that's a sign that we are providing a greater degree of rigor in some sense than programs that are not STEM designated, but it also says that we can facilitate international students being able to work for a couple of years beyond graduation in the United States. So they don't have permanent status, but they have extended visa status. This is tied into, in case you're not aware of this, it's tied into Homeland Security, Department of Homeland Security regulations. So it says that we have been kind of signed off by the federal government to have this. Different options, accelerated, so you can do an MBA in 1 year, full-time, part-time options. What we try to do is accommodate students based on what they're looking for and what will work within their schedules as much as we can. Matt, I'm going to turn it over to you for the scholarship discussion.
Yes. So just briefly, obviously, for you all, this is it's an investment, right? So we want to be upfront with what scholarship opportunities are available and some of those initiatives that we have in place. Generally speaking, our scholarship range is anywhere from 20 to 50% of tuition. Those are all merit-based. There's no additional applications that you have to submit. It's all automatic. So when Bill and Peggy, who assist with the process, when they're reviewing your application, they're also determining merit scholarships based on, again, your academic merit, your background, and your application review. And then on top of that, we have some niche kind of awards based on your status as an RIT student or a New York State resident. So the Master Plan Scholarship is available for recent graduates of RIT. So that's a 40% tuition scholarship. And then for any honor students that are at RIT, you're also guaranteed a 50% scholarship. And then for those that are from New York State or a New York State college or university, so if, for example, if you lived in Pennsylvania, but you went to SUNY Geneseo in New York State, you'd be eligible for a 30% tuition scholarship. And then for those awards that are slightly lower than that top range of 50%, if your merits warrant it, we will consider going above and beyond that award. So be mindful of that. And then we do have partnership scholarships for our +1 partner schools. So we have 20 different +1 partner schools throughout mostly New York State. Those scholarships start at 30% as well. And then we're actually going to be, this year, we launched a new initiative where one student from each of our partner schools will get a 50% tuition scholarship. So again, just some things to be mindful of as you work through this, but we always want to be upfront with this and be candid with the investment that you're making. But yeah, that's all I have for this one.
Thanks, Matt.
Yep.
We'll keep going. We have a few more slides, and then we'll turn it over to Matt and question and answer if anyone, unless Matt has other things to get through. Format that we've got set up, 16 total courses, 3 credits per course. This is if you come in without any waivers from undergraduate courses, or if you don't have any other graduate courses that you're transferring in, which that's pretty unusual. Not that it's unheard of. And we'll evaluate the transcript, we'll evaluate what you've done, and we'll give you as much credit as we can. There are some New York State limitations, there are some RIT policy limitations, but we want to facilitate you getting, through the program, effectively and efficiently. 10 core courses across some of the fundamental business disciplines, as I've mentioned, finance, marketing, and so on. But one in particular that's different is technology innovation. Again, I've mentioned a couple of times that, one of the amazing things I think at RIT is the degree to which we've got all kinds of different programs and opportunities related to technology. Not that that's everything, of course, but there are a lot of programs or a lot of schools that don't have those kind of resources. You don't have to take advantage of every one of them that's available, but if it's something you're interested in, it can be really useful to have those connections. And not just related to your classes, but related to kind of culture on campus and clubs and employers and guest speakers that we bring in, that kind of thing. So you can connect with a lot of different resources and people through that. So the core business courses include, again, some of the traditional business areas, as well as some say a little more innovative and a little more technologically based. Not to suggest that you won't deal with technology or get to use different types of technology in each course. I mean, that's a given at this stage in history. Capstone course is built around strategy. So the idea of simulations, the idea of in teams trying to move a business forward. And that is a way to try to integrate some of the other materials that you've studied, that you've been working through in some of the other courses. If you are taking the full 16 courses, the traditional approach to the MBA, then there are 5 elective courses, at least 3 of which have to be STEM designated courses. We have a really good process for trying to make sure that we offer a lot of different STEM electives. So this way you've got a wide variety to choose from, cutting across all the different or many of the different business disciplines. Not all the business disciplines logically fall into the STEM designation. So, we've got to make sure that we are complying with federal regulations. But certainly there's a lot of different options, and those STEM electives can also be from colleges outside of Saunders College of Business. They can be, again, from our Golisano College of Computer Science and Art and Design. We've got some STEM courses in our Art and Design College. If you're not familiar with Rochester, Eastman Kodak and Xerox were founded here, and in particular because of Eastman Kodak, the photography, the arts, some of the programs that we have on campus that were based in 100 years ago from Eastman Kodak's founding here, that we've got long-term investment in, again, the arts and photography. So there's some technology kinds of courses and programs in that realm, not something everybody thinks of. So at least 3 of the 5 electives have to be STEM designated courses, and the other 2 maximum can be in any graduate course. It doesn't have to be STEM designated. I'll mention now, we between Matt and he mentioned Peggy Terrell, we've got 2 other full-time graduate advisors. We've got a great staff. And so as far as figuring out scheduling, figuring out which courses will work for you, which courses you want to take and when they're going to be offered, and how you can coordinate those kinds of things. So you can take, as many of the STEM designated or non-STEM designated electives as you'd like to. We've got a great team to help you in that regard, to try to plan, your individual plan of study. Yeah, that's, those are all the elements of the coursework there. 95% student outcomes refers to where students go after they graduate. Most we're talking about going into industry. Some go on for PhDs or other master's degrees. Some, go on to volunteer work. In some cases, that's more unusual, though. But I believe it's 6 months, right, Matt? Is that the way that's measured? I think it's 6 months out of school. What, have you achieved what you set out to achieve, or, landed in a place that you're happy with? And we've got, I mentioned within Saunders, our advisement team, but outside of Saunders, university-wide, we've got a career services office that has a huge number of people relative to the size of the university, a huge number of employees. And that's because we've got such a large connection with employers and the full-time co-op program that every undergraduate has to go through, that what that leads to is an environment where we have a lot of companies recruiting on campus. We have a lot of opportunities for students to connect with those companies, and it leads to opportunities for students to potentially get jobs. I know the rate there if you do a co-op, a full-time co-op, the odds are really high that you're going to get an offer from the firm you co-op for. And that, of course, it's great to have an offer in hand before you graduate. It's less common for graduate students than undergraduates because so many more graduate students come into the program with already having a job lined up, already having their connections. But it's not like it can't be done. It certainly is common. I'll leave it to Matt to talk through that if there are questions about it, or Matt, if you want to talk about it now, up to you. You want to wait?
Yeah, I can hit on that stuff later on. Yeah.
Okay. So I was just mentioning the co-op program. So here's just, some of the background information. It's just huge. And I'll tell you quite honestly, when I was at a competitor school at SUNY Brockport, 20 miles west, and I was running in the same circles. I knew a lot of RIT faculty, which is how I ended up coming here. One of them said, Bill, you should be our associate dean. You should apply for this job. And long story, we'll get into it if you decide to enter into the MBA program and want to hear about it. I had coffee with one of my students today. He wanted to hear about how I got where I got. And, I don't understand why you'd want to spend an hour with me alone. But what was happening is that I was trying to get my students internships and jobs, and I would hear from the employers, well, we really like to hire RIT students for the co-op. This is a true story. I'm not making something up for you guys. The school I was at is great. I still have great friends there, good place. But as far as getting students placed, it was much harder because RIT had such a history of connecting students with those employers. So again, just huge numbers of opportunities to connect, and great services in the Career Services Office to help with things like interviewing, mock interviews, resumes, that sort of stuff. It's always a good idea to have someone else take a look, even if you've got a resume, even if you've been out of school 5 years. I have a CFO buddy who reached out a couple of weeks ago. He's going into the job market. He's got 40 years of experience. He asked me to take a look at his resume because he wants a second opinion. Always a good idea. You guys realize that stuff. Lots and lots of world-class companies and employers recruiting here. But also, I'm going to mention lots of opportunities related to entrepreneurship. This is another of the things that I just think are amazing on campus. We've got a center, as it says at the top there, Simone Center. Al Simone was president of the university for innovation and entrepreneurship. And the center is just a group of different resources that are available to help students who are interested in starting businesses or building businesses, connections with lawyers, connections with bankers, help with putting business plans together, all kinds of different resources in that regard. I have an undergraduate in one of my classes who last week said to me, he's getting a business going. Can I recommend an attorney? So I told him to go through the Simone Center, and he's got someone lined up, and they charge very low rates for the students to help facilitate these things. So there's really a lot in the culture about entrepreneurship, starting businesses, building businesses, connecting with other businesses. And there is, there's seed money that floats around from outside investors. It says here, venture creations incubator, competitions with cash prizes. There's a lot of opportunities to capitalize on those things if you are an entrepreneur. So I think, Matt, are we at the end? Is this the last slide? I was going to turn it over to you right at the end here.
I think there's a couple left.
Okay.
But I can go through these if you want. What did you want me to loop back on? Sorry, I lost you for a second there. My internet connection dropped.
I think what I was mentioning. Oh, well, I think the specific thing I was mentioning was the outcomes measure is 6 months out, but then I was mentioning co-op and the opportunity for graduate students potentially to do co-ops.
Yeah. So graduate students, obviously, it's not required for you to do a co-op, but it is an option. I would say 35% of our grad students do a co-op. Generally speaking, you would need ideally 2 semesters of study, and then you would do your co-op and then finish up your program the following semester. The co-ops can be particularly enticing for our international students. So if you are an international student, getting some of that experience while you're here in the US can be very attractive and a good, strong resume builder and a pathway to potentially securing full-time employment here in the US. So, but those are all things that I would suggest, because a lot of our programs are just 1 year, if you do want to co-op and you want to pursue something like that, to work with your advisor early on so you can plan it out. You also want to start networking and working with our career services folks early as well, because a lot of companies are recruiting in the fall for summer co-ops. So it's a very important and intense timeline, frankly, in terms of coming here and trying to pursue something. So you'll have the requisite resources, but you'll need to move fairly quickly just to be able to work through those opportunities. But it's certainly doable and certainly something that students can do with respect to the co-ops. So I think the one thing I'll call out here is just and for those that are at RIT or work on campus, you're very familiar with the new expansion in Saunders. We're really excited about the space, and it's really just enhanced the community on the whole within RIT. You can see the photo of the building here in the top right corner, and then the middle photo there with some students sitting. That's our new auditorium space. We have a bunch of team rooms now on campus and in our building, which is very conducive for students that just need a quiet space to work or team projects and things like that. Some updated classroom spaces really across both sides of the building, and just awesome event space as well, where we host a lot of different events. So it's been an awesome new addition for us, and credit to all of our alumni who supported it, and particularly Phil Saunders, who funded a huge chunk of the building costs and those costs as well. But yeah, I think the next slide might. Yes. Okay. So application requirements. So we'll kind of close on this, go through it pretty quickly. But at this point, if you do have questions, please feel free to put those in the chat, or once we get there, you can certainly unmute yourself as well. The process for applying is pretty straightforward. Obviously, ret.edu/apply. Obviously, you need a baccalaureate degree from an accredited institution. If you are in progress with your bachelor's, that's okay. You can be, you'll just send us your final transcript once you finish. Obviously, you need to be done before you start the program, but that can be in progress and you can still kind of go through the steps to apply. We do like to see a working knowledge of algebra and statistics, because there is some math components in some of the courses that you'll do. If you don't have that, it's not the end of the world. We can get you some preparatory coursework before you start. We've assigned open source courses online, or MOOCs via like Coursera or something like that, to get you that knowledge. But most students come in with that. But again, if you don't have it, that's okay. We can work through that. Official transcripts, obviously in English, and any previously completed undergrad, also graduate coursework. If you've done graduate coursework, we want to see it. Bill alluded to this as well. We might be able to, maybe there's a transfer course we could use. So those are all things that we want to see. We do require the GMAT or GRE, but it is waived for those students who have earned an undergraduate degree or above in the US. So domestic students don't need to take it. And then international students who have already obtained a degree from the US, whether that's an undergrad degree or above, also do not need that exam. But all other students internationally would be required to complete it. You'll also do a personal statement. Do not take the personal statement for granted. And do not use ChatGPT and AI and all that stuff to generate it. We want it to come from you. It's a personal statement. So that's your opportunity to market yourself, right? So we want to hear from you. We want to know your story. We want to get to know you as well as we can via, a 400 word, 500 word, essay statement that you're writing. So please take time, be thoughtful in that, and kind of convey to us what your goals are, why you want to pursue this, and things like that. We do also require the TOEFL or IELTS. Again, if you're an international student with no previous coursework in the US or a degree in the US, you would be required to do that. Otherwise, it is waived for all international students who are studying already and have completed a degree in the US. And the scores kind of range is outlined there as well. And then I think there's one last slide. Again, these sessions are meant to be fairly high level. It's an introductory kind of overview of what our offerings are and kind of an understanding of what's in the program. So please feel free to meet with us one-on-one. I know I'm fairly certain I can speak for Bill that he's willing to meet with you. I know I am obviously as well. So those opportunities to connect and develop a plan, an individualized plan, what your goals are, talk through all of that stuff. We're happy to do that as well. So just be mindful of that as we work through this. But yeah, at this point, questions that folks have or anything else that you wanted to add, Bill?
No, I've had conversations one-on-one and also with, many students simultaneously. I hope you guys take this in the intended spirit. I have kids in their 20s, and one almost out of her 20s. And what I say to you is what I said to them. And I think it's important that you find the right fit and in the things you do in life, right? College, MBA, employment, and so on. And I think it's important that you convey in your personal statement what it is you're looking for in that regard. To me, this place is just incredible, and the culture is very positive. It is a small college, relative to the size of other MBA programs. I have friends at a lot of different MBA programs, faculty members and alumni and so on. And the culture is just, it's a really positive place. And, what's the culture built on? The culture is built on people. And we don't have kind of the accounting faculty is over there and the information systems people are over there, and student services is off in its own area. Student services that Matt works out of is the heart of the college. And, faculty are down there, people are walking through, students are around. It's just a really nice place to be. And the resources that are available to help you figure out how to get to what you want to achieve, they're there. But they're also easily accessible. If you go to a place where there's, 1,000 MBA students, it's harder to kind of differentiate yourself and to make the connections you want to make and to meet a lot of different people related to particular industries, particular companies. So I think, those kinds of things, those are the things that I think really make it an amazing place. I hope that's helpful to you guys, and I hope it is a fit for you. That's what you're trying to find, and I hope you're going to find it, and hope you're going to find it here.
Thanks, Bill. Awesome stuff. Any questions that you all have that we can address?
Hi guys, yeah, I do have a question. My name is Gina and I do work in the co-op office, by the way. I'm a career services coordinator at RIT, so I'm glad to hear that the office has done good things for your students.
Hi. Yeah.
So I work in a busy office, and this would be me pursuing this part-time. And I know you mentioned flexibility, which sounds really great. But can you, do we have remote courses, asynchronous, or even evening classes? What would that look like for a full-time person?
Yeah, so you can absolutely cater it towards evening. You may need to supplement here and there, maybe with an online class, but some of those are synchronous, some are asynchronous. So again, we have, my colleague Melissa just finished the MBA. Haley, who works in our front office, is doing it now, and they've been able to find evening classes or synchronous online classes as well. So the evening classes are 1 day a week, typically 5:30 start time. Generally, it's a long class, but it's just 1 day a week. So Monday through Thursday typically is when those are offered. So you can definitely cater towards the work you're doing, and we typically suggest 2 classes per term, but you could also just do 1 if there's a certain busy season and you just want 1 class instead of those 2. So there is that flexibility for sure.
Yeah, let me just pipe in with 1 or 2 more words on it. And Gina, nice to meet you. I love Maria, Julian. I go way back with Maria, back to my Brockport days. One, I'll call it a disadvantage. It's just a constraint, is that we can't offer every course every semester, night, morning, weekend, online, right? We just, that's, if you want to consider that a negative, I don't consider it a negative. It's just the nature of the beast. But as program coordinator, I work closely with student services with Matt and Lisa Boyce, who's the assistant dean, with the advisors, and also closely with the department chairs. The department chairs ultimately plan out the schedule. I have this faculty member to teach this course at this time and so forth. And so we work together to try to build a schedule each semester that allows for some coordination of those kinds of things. That, we try not to have, for example, two courses that you're likely to take simultaneously, in the same semester, running exactly the same time, the same night, right? We try to work within those constraints, and we try to balance it where we've got some of the key courses offered both fall and spring, as well as some in the summer. The summer tend to be more online. The summer, there's just more limitations with that. But my point is, we do a lot of coordination among the people who ultimately build the schedule to try to make it so that it's feasible for students who are going part-time to be able to do it in a reasonable amount of time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a quick question. What are some of the examples of different clubs and organizations that you can get involved with as a graduate student?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I'm going to share our clubs within the business school. As a graduate student, you can participate in any of those clubs and organizations. So I would say the big ones that I know some graduate students have participated in, the FMA Club, Financial Management Association, they actually have a portfolio. I think it's over $250,000 at this point that they actually invest. So they have club meetings. You go kind of get a chance to see, hash out what investments are there and, what we may want to invest in, those types of things. So that's just one example. But we don't limit the grad versus undergrad stuff. I mean, it's certainly a lot of the clubs are catered towards undergrad students to an extent, but a lot of them are very welcoming to the grad student population as well. I will say too, one of the big initiatives that we have within the school, especially with our new space and the community feel that we're continuing to build in, is creating that graduate community. So we actually have some, and these are more events, not organizations necessarily, but I still think, it's important to know. We have some grad coffee hours that we do specifically that allow you to network with faculty and get acclimated with those folks. And then a lot of the clubs will also host speakers. I know the next generations of accountants, they host speakers on a regular basis. FMA does as well. We have a club called the Business Technology Professionals. They do a whole mess of stuff too with professional folks and bringing those folks in. So it's not just, clubs. When you hear clubs, sometimes you think, oh, let's go have fun. But this is really about, yes, have fun, but also network well and have fun while we're doing that. So that's there and available, and you'll have full access to those organizations and clubs as well.
I want to jump in and say a little more. So women in leadership, I mean, there's a variety of different events and clubs doing things that grad students attend, undergrads attend, outside people attend. But beyond those kinds of things, we try to have a variety of different events or speakers. So a couple of things I'm thinking about. So last year as MBA director, I brought in, I organized, it always takes a group of people, but we organized a couple of workshops. One in risk management, which if you're not aware of risk management, it is a massively important element of every business operation. And for that, we had one of our MBA alumni, Megan Antonito, who's a vice president at Genesee Regional Bank locally. Genesee Regional Bank is a Phil Saunders company. Megan came in and put together a case study for students to work through. We provided lunch, and a bunch of students attended this, and students walked away saying, I had no idea risk management existed, and I'm now planning on considering this as a career. But beyond that, they connected with Megan, who's just a great person, just really, really nice and very connected and accomplished. we did another one similar to that in cyber risk. One of our full-time lecturer faculty is a guy named Rick Mislin. Rick has significant intelligence, military intelligence experience, as well as industry experience. The types of companies and individuals he's done consulting and projects for, he can't tell us all of them because of some of the work he's done. But there are some very well-known people that Rick has done this kind of work for. He teaches at Saunders College, but he also does a lot of outside stuff. He ran a simulation workshop for MBA students who are interested in what happens if you've got a cyber compromise situation in a business. And he did it on computers, students sitting around tables, three to a table, I think, trying to deal with the event and then responding. So on the computer, responding to the simulation, here's what you do. Well, if you do this, here's the impact down the road. And the students were fumbling to try to figure out how to manage it, how to figure out the messaging. That was open to MBA students. It wasn't for everybody. We certainly undergrads, not like undergrads wouldn't be qualified or capable, but we were trying to really have it be for a particular audience. One other thing I'll mention, and again, these are just examples. I can't say we have stuff like that happening every week, okay? I don't want to mislead you. But we try to do some of those things, at least every year, if not every semester, as much as we can. I mean, you guys are busy. Students are busy too. It's not like you can attend these things constantly anyway. But something, we had a big workshop, a big event about this, a big meeting about this last week. In September, and Gina, you may be aware of this, in September, I went with Lisa Boyce, who is the Assistant Dean for Student Services, and Julio Talledo, who is RIT, Saunders College Corporate Recruiter Connector. Julio's whole job is connecting the college with employers and connecting students. The three of us went, and Maria Richard went. She's our head of career services. We went to the National Black MBA Association conference, which is one of the biggest conferences I've ever seen. The number of high-level Fortune 500s, major companies recruiting, not just Black students. It was open to everyone, and it was a very diverse, thousands of people attending this thing. And our dean, Jackie Mosrell, supported students. Students had to put in an application for a scholarship to attend it, but the students who did, there were only a handful who chose to go, but it was 3 days paid for in Washington, D.C., hotel room, meals, registration fee for the conference, as well as mileage. And this was all paid for the students to attend and network and connect with companies. And we had a dinner the opening night where we had dinner with about 10 RIT alumni, including very high-level people, a senior VP at Cisco. These were alumni who were very connected, who came out and had dinner with us and talked to the students about different things they can do and people they can connect with and companies. And so that's, it's a huge thing. And you're going in the middle of the semester, 3 days, and if you got a regular job and you're taking classes, it's hard to get away. But we asked the faculty to accommodate this if the student's going to be gone for a couple of days. And just again, a tremendous opportunity that is only open to a limited population within the college. In this case, it was open only to the MBA students. So there's just different things, different ways that you can experience the MBA program, but also experience RIT and experience and get to use those connections we have. Kayla, we're helping you out here. We're answering the question.
Yes, thank you.
In my teaching about 1 million times a class, I'll go through something and I'll say, anybody have any questions? And I'll run into a student 10 years after they left my class and they'll go, Bill, questions. So I just want to make sure we're answering your questions if we can. That's all.
All right.
I have one more question really
Yeah,
quick. So I do have a couple more questions in general about like my schedule, flexibility, but I think it would be best to meet with either of you guys one-on-one. What is the best way to reach you guys to set up a meeting?
Yes, so I didn't leave that last slide up, but I'll just put my email in the chat. And you can just email me directly, and we can schedule something. I would just say too, one of the things we didn't cover extensively, but in terms of like timelines and also start dates too. The MBA can be started any semester. That's one of the really nice things with it. So you can start fall, spring, or summer. So spring, if you are looking at spring potentially, I would suggest there is still time to apply. I would suggest applying ideally probably by November 1st would be an ideal time frame. Classes start the second week of January, I believe. So there is still time to apply for spring if that's of interest. And then once you apply, you're admitted after the review and everything. You'll process your deposit, however we go through that process, and then at that point you'll be matriculated and you'll be assigned one of our graduate academic advisors. So they'll be your point person once you actually matriculate in the program. Melody Klein is one of our advisors, and Jenica Dupre is the other one. So they advise by last name for the MBA, so it's kind of split down the middle. So we'll connect you with those folks as well once that time comes. But yeah, in terms of a meeting, definitely send me a note if you do want to schedule something, and we can, like I said, we can hash out, individual, goals, outcomes, kind of what you're looking for from the program, curriculum stuff, and things like that. If you have previous business coursework in your recent background, stuff like that too, is often what we talk about.
Yeah, I didn't throw my my email address in the chat. I mean, if you guys want it, I'm happy to provide it. But the kinds of things that you're just talking about, Matt is definitely the person to talk to about that rather than me. He'll give you a more a faster, accurate answer, and he'll give you all the details. And but happy to talk to you guys if you want to talk to me as well. Throw in my email address, my RIT one, not my Saunders one, but my RIT email address into the chat. So it's fewer characters.
Yeah, I should have done that.
Doesn't matter.
It is less easier.
You're probably just copying and pasting it anyway, right? Actually, it looks like you guys are handwriting.
Any other questions that folks have? We have a few minutes left, but anything else that we can address at this point? All right.
And Stan, I did see you put in the chat that you're going to reach out to Neil Slifkin from Harris Beach. So I hope that works out for you. If you do, mention my name. Maybe he'll buy me a cup of coffee or something.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us tonight. So again, we'll follow up with everybody, and if there's any questions that folks have going forward, definitely let us know. But we look forward to connecting and hopefully having you in the program in the near future.
Thank you so much, guys. Have a good night.
Thank
Definitely,
you.
thanks.
Have a good
You
night.
too. Great seeing you guys. Thank you.
You too.